Hello everyone and welcome to the exciting conclusion of the 2017 South Florida Open presented by Dynamic Disc. You've been watching 3.5 rounds of golf at this PDGA A-Tier. Now we're down to the final 9 holes. We've got a great 5-some. Right now, Chris Dickerson has a 3-stroke advantage over second place. Let's get to the back 9. Thunder Schultz with the honors after birdieing hole number 9. We're on hole 10 at 390 feet. He's trying to wave that one in. And Nicholas Masters also birdied hole 9 to put him now second on the tee. Nicholas sits just 3 strokes behind Chris Dickerson. Chris is your leader here. Chris with a somewhat of a slow start. And Coby Guice, who is in the hunt, had initially tied him up after just 2 holes. So both Coby and Nicholas currently making runs at him. And some great concentration on this tee pad. There was a few people walking around with dogs that were barking and making noises at inopportune times. So some great concentration by this group. That panting, I believe, was a dog. That wasn't me. And Coby's hyzer takes my autofocus off for a moment. And we're feeling a little bit of wind out here. And there's been a threat of some raindrops. Which I'm not going to lie, not a fan of. Not when I'm walking around with $8,000 of camera equipment rentals. And Coby, who remained in bounds, gives it a good look from one knee.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's really good.
I beg to differ, Austin. I don't think that was really good. All right, that one was really good. We'll give you that. Austin's going to settle for a par here on hole 10. And Nicholas Masters cards the birdie. Dickerson always going through his routines, pays off. One of the most consistent players you'll find out there. Another birdie for Dickerson. He's going to keep his lead. And Coby's par is going to drop him back another stroke off the pace. We'll move on to hole 11. Hole 11 with a different look from round number 1 out here at Okehili Park. This becomes now a reachable 380 feet. It was a par 4. It was really just a routine drive, approach, and putt during round 1. But now at 380, slightly uphill, this is actually drivable. Thunder was trying to wave that one in. Either that or he was swatting at a fly. A little jittery there on that camera. Got no one to blame but myself for that one. That's a turnover, but not sure it's going to carry far enough to the left for Coby. And Coby's got nothing but a long approach. I guess he's able to give it a good run. He can be aggressive. Uphill putt. And Turner, solid putt. Just about at circle's edge, right around 35 feet or so. Maybe 32 feet. And these guys are going to be in trouble if Chris Dickerson does not let off. Also some great concentration by Nicholas. He's got the crowd in the background. Make sure to maintain focus, dial it in. Walks away with the birdie. We're up this massive hill found in Florida. Now we're going to play down a huge hill for the next one. Hole 12, 430 feet. I talked about this huge hill found in Florida. And a great looking shot there by Masters. I incorrectly stated that Bradley Williams aced this a few years ago. And I know I was told the correct story, that it was in fact Jared Roan that aced this very hole. So you can always be certain that if you make a mistake on the internet, somebody will correct you, and I do appreciate it. Jared Roan should get the full props as he aced this, I guess, a few years ago, which is an incredible shot. And the skies are currently holding off, but we're all checking radar right now, worried about where the rain is or isn't, because there are a few very dark clouds that are not far behind us. And then by this time we felt a few raindrops, and you hear the wind picking up. Turner. Oh, what a run by Austin. Just could have used a few more inches. This is a very tough hole, because if you're not getting up there looking at a good putt, you might have a lot of obstruction. Looks like Thunder had a look, but just not enough power. And anytime you birdie this hole, you've definitely thrown either a really good drive or a really good putt. I don't know if that's John Madden-like in terms of stating the obvious, but you have to do something really well if you want to birdie here. Somewhat of a busy section. Plenty of cars that can be rolling by out here. It's Sunday afternoon. We're moving on to the next one. So Nicholas has birdied the last 3 holes. He has as many birdies in the last 3 holes as the rest of the card combined. That tells you how dialed in Nicholas is at this moment. You can see that very, very dark cloud in the background. That is right about where the edge of the storm seems to be. And we're starting to feel a little bit of rain from time to time as we're walking closer toward it. And it's getting darker by the moment. It does help with the contrast in terms of following disc. I'll say that much. Much as it makes me nervous to have that much camera equipment out there. If you guys would like to support any of my efforts, as I'm going to be upgrading cameras and graphics in 2018, please consider going out to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/thediscgolfguy. Anything you can contribute is greatly appreciated, and this year I'm going to be giving away thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. We're going to do it more frequently and have some awesome giveaways. As Thunder Schultz takes the birdie, we saw Coby Guice from long range after turning over his approach shot. Chris Dickerson gets the late applause. Oh, no, you go. No, me go. No. It's good to see these guys having a good time with it as we're wrapping up the tournament on a Sunday afternoon. They've been playing together all weekend. Solid birdie. Looks like Coby's going to be left out of the birdie party. Rest of the card taken twos. Our collegiate gymnasts. Oh, there's a big stretch. Get it. Get it. We're moving on to 14. So Nicholas has birdied the last 4 during this back 9, where we've seen Coby not get any of them. They're currently 5 strokes apart from one another, and Coby, who was hunting down and caught up to Chris Dickerson, is now falling off the pace a little bit. See a rainbow out in the background. Again, feeling the rain come down and trying to ring it up in 1. Great forehand shot. Rainbow off into that top right. Feeling and hearing the raindrops. And plenty of power. 370 feet. And I think he threw that one about 390, maybe 400. And Coby playing the full flex shot that's tracking. Hometown boy getting the love. Yeah. What a solid putt by Thunder Schultz.
So good.
That was way outside the circle. Falls forward, takes the birdie. These guys are doing us all a favor. Plenty of birdies, speeding things up, trying to get things done with. Dickerson from the rough. It's just a bit short. He also went kind of deep here. And we saw Austin put himself nice and close. A little bit of authority jamming that one home. And Coby is also left for the tap-in, so this time Dickerson left out of the birdie party. We've got a long, long par 3 coming up in hole 15. Nicholas Masters currently on a tear. He says, oh boy. And the gallery likes it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know where that went as it had come out of his hand. At this point, we were just trying to make sure to stay covered as the rain was starting to come down. And that's way out on that left side. A huge pull by Austin Turner. This measuring in at 525 feet. And I'm not sure if there was a slip or not, but you're going to see that ultimately goes OB on and over the road on that left side. And Coby, I think, is going with what we saw from Nicholas Masters, which is the tight right route. Chris Dickerson is turning over. It goes up and out of frame for a moment, but puts himself in great position. And now, as you see the rain really coming down, I'm just hiding out by a tree, trying to get all the shots that I can from underneath the tree. A couple of great approaches, and Coby with lots of distance, but was way off to the right side. Puts himself near the pin as I step away from the bush that I'm hiding underneath. Austin Turner has a really long look at birdie here. Again, right off the front of the cage.
I tried.
I tried, he says. That's a birdie 3 for Thunder Schultz. I think I incorrectly stated earlier this was considered a par 3. It looks as if it is considered a par 4. So a couple birdies. A 2 here would be incredible. Austin almost doing just that. Couple tap-ins. Let's go dodge some more raindrops. keeping the tee with yet another birdie is Nicholas Masters. Many of you had liked the Grady Shoe off the road move here during the first round. Austin, the lefty, finding plenty of room. And I like this play by Dickerson. He's going to go super overstable, try to turn it over, and then flex it back. He says it's safe up there. Didn't give it quite enough air to get all the way flexed back. And Coby's going very direct. And he's going to be flirting with OB. And it checks up perfectly. And Thunder Schultz getting up and throwing very quickly. I think I forgot on the previous hole that Thunder, in fact, went OB. So he carded the lone par on the previous hole. Oh, was a little sneeze by me. Pro cameraman move, though. Sneeze after everyone's thrown.
Settle.
And thanks to Silas for helping out with a little bit of umbrella coverage there. And at this point, the players and the crew, me and Seth, just really trying to get in position, trying to stay dry, and trying to just fight through the last 2 or 3 holes. It gets a little bit sloppy for a few moments as Nicholas just squeaks that over the cage. Bright and sunny, all while raining on us. I guess that's just Florida for you. And of course, this is going to last all of 10 minutes, just enough to make us nervous. So as you can see, Nicholas Masters is just one off the pace. And Coby's brother needs the better angle than I did. And it's tough to follow a lot right now, just trying to keep everything dry. Austin.
You alright, bud?
Yeah.
A little slip off the tee there.
No slippery.
Alright.
Austin thinking that was pretty close to an ace run. It wasn't. Dickerson still going through his routine. Slightly abbreviated, even in the rain. And he's trying to play that over. It kind of flexes back to left center. That's still going to give him a look. And this time Thunder skips one of his run-ups I've become accustomed to, and he gets up and throws right away. And just a few moments later, we move down the tee or down the fairway, and rain's all but gone.
Yeah!
Oh, bang, bang! What a putt. Somebody can count all those steps. He's jogging, he's running, he's doing the 40. Wow. That's got to go down as one of the longer putts of the weekend. And Nicholas Masters knows he's getting closer and closer to Dickerson.
Yeah, I give it a chance.
And not so much of a chance there by Coby. And Dickerson trying to make a statement. That's going to give him a 2-stroke advantage going into the final hole. And I'll be honest, as a cameraman, at this point, I did not realize just how close the scores really were there. Nicholas had put together such a string of birdies during the start of this back 9. I did not realize how intense and how close things were getting. So Dickerson's going to have a 2-stroke advantage going into the final hole. It's going to be a par 4. And we'll see if he can hold him off. Coby with an easy tap on. Let's go on to the final hole of the South Florida Open.
I mean, just looking at the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Three. Oh, weird. Three. Honey badger's gonna give no shit.
I'm growing my hair out now.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
I'm always good.
Well,
I think we can hug now.
How many times have I said that, Austin? I think we can hug now.
This weekend,
Little hug life. I love to see it, guys. Everybody having a great weekend. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the South Florida Open, watching the coverage. The sun is back out. The rain is gone. And I forgot that Nicholas Masters actually bogeyed the previous hole. So that means Nicholas is down 3 strokes going into this final hole. And Chris Dickerson, the solid player, the previous Rookie of the Year within the PDGA, I just don't see that that being squandered. But anything can happen, including this roller from Coby fighting uphill. And Austin getting it up in the air also to that right side, high right side. Nicholas coming off the bogey from 17. Puts it right up the center. Looking for that to get right, and then it fights back into frame for us. And now you have to at least think about your footing when throwing these shots. It's not raining at the moment, but everything is wet. So footing is paramount. Hear a little bit of the wind in the background. And right now everyone's just fighting for position outside of first place. It's been a great weekend of filming golf. We hope that you've enjoyed it. It was a pleasure watching Thunder for the first time. Also getting to know Chris Dickerson's game a little bit better, along with filming Coby for my first time.
Not winning any awards that way.
Oh, last cash tour.
Yeah, Coby. It was a pleasure, my friend.
It makes more sense for him to lay up since, you know, he wins if he just lays up and wins.
Ever so insightful, Coby Guice with the pro tips. So that'll be my challenge to you guys. Whoa. Austin. Body slams, not required. My challenge to you guys, put it in the comments, share with everyone, your fellow viewers, what would be your best rain-related pro tip? Whether it's something you wear or do or prepare, give everyone your best rain-related pro tip as these guys are clearing out. At the end, I'll pick one of the tips at random, and we'll give something away. You're going to see giveaways from all 4 of these rounds, thanks to the South Florida Open. And your champion, Chris Dickerson's going to tap in. He'll get his congratulations from the group. Happy birthday, Brittany. And I'll catch up with Chris afterward.
Brittany says they will.
Yes, this is my annual birthday trip now. Good job.
I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and this is my video blog. We're here for the South Florida Open presented by Dynamic Disc, and I'm joined by our champion, Chris Dickerson. It was a tight battle out there, and with just 2 holes in, Coby had already hunted you down and tied things up.
Yep.
How'd you maintain the focus?
Just told myself going into today, I would play my game, try and. It's almost like a chess match. Every time you go into the last round, it's close, but you got to do what other people. You got to play off what other people are doing, and kind of play your game at the same time.
All right. Well, there was some great putting taking place by Coby, along with some aerobatics and other things.
Right.
But not quite as accurate off the tee. How'd you feel about the score that you ultimately shot?
I felt pretty good about it. Feel like I could have done a little more or a little worse, so pretty happy with it.
Last A-Tier of the year, you're down visiting from Tennessee. How are you going to wrap up the last few weeks here in 2017?
Me and my wife are going to actually Disney World.
What?
Yep.
There it is.
We're gonna celebrate her birthday, which is actually today.
All right, I was going to say the same. Happy birthday. It was a great weekend down here. I want to thank Pat and the rest of the crew. It's been a lot of fun. I'd like to thank Seth for helping out, and we're looking forward to moving into 2018. Again, this is your champion from the South Florida Open. This is Chris Dickerson of Prodigy Disc. We'll catch you guys next time.
If you like the tournament, tell your sponsors. Tell all of our sponsors thank you for helping us out. Every little bit, from player sponsors to course sponsors to tournament sponsors to if you play on a hole and you see the hole has been sponsored during the install. Take a minute to thank all those guys, because the things like that help our industry grow. And we do try and make enough that we can have pros that are professionals, guys that do this, not have to be our weekend warrior pros. We'd like to actually see it emerge and advance. So a big thank you to Dynamic and all of our pros, sponsor pros, club pros, everything of that. So first place, Chris Dickerson, laying it down all around. You guys could come on up with Mr. Dickerson hiding us up there. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank everyone who helped out with the tournament. Terry for coming down and filming. I'd like to thank Prodigy Disc, and it's my wife's birthday.